Welcome, my beloved child. Step into my healing light and embrace the peace your weary spirit needs. In the bright daylight, you wear a perfect mask. You smile and offer strength to everyone around you. But when the heavy darkness falls and your door is shut, the crushing weight of loneliness breaks your heart. You cry alone in silence, feeling entirely abandoned. You think the world forgets your efforts. Do not despair, my precious one. Those bitter, secret tears are not falling in vain. A miracle comes. You walk among the busy crowds, hiding your deep pain. You carry heavy burdens that belong to others. You are the strong pillar they lean on when the storm arrives. But who will hold you when you are falling down? The sun goes down, and the careless world turns its back on you. They do not see the cracks in your tired soul. You step into your cold and empty room, locking the door tight. The heavy silence echoes in the dark. You slide down the freezing stone wall, letting go of the brave mask. The sheer exhaustion finally takes control. You pull your knees to your chest, wrapping your arms around your grief. The gentle rain begins to tap the glass. Each raindrop sounds like a ticking clock in this vast, empty space. You feel so small and utterly forgotten. Your silent sobs shake your fragile frame in the deep midnight. The salty tears roll down your pale, cold cheeks. You weep because you give so much, but receive absolutely nothing. You weep because your kindness feels betrayed. Have you ever given your entire heart to save someone, only to be left freezing in the pouring rain? You whisper broken prayers into the shadows of the lonely room. You ask if anyone in heaven hears your voice. The worn and ragged cloak you wear reflects your heavily scarred heart. You feel completely stripped of all your hope. The people you helped have gone to sleep in their warm, comfortable beds. They never wonder if you are all right. Your endless sacrifices fade away like footprints in the blowing wind. Your silent agony remains unseen. You stare into the blinding dark, feeling the cold stone beneath you. The harsh reality slowly sinks in. You believe that your pure devotion is a tragic and foolish waste. You think your destiny is only pain. You try to wipe the endless tears, but they just keep pouring down. Your physical strength is completely drained. You curl up tighter on the unforgiving floor, wishing to disappear. The heavy shadows swallow your quiet cries. The world demands your flawless smile, but ignores your bleeding wounds. You feel trapped in this cycle of deep grief. You close your swollen eyes, surrendering to the bitter and cold night. You wait for a dawn that feels so far away. But the night is not just empty. The wicked shadows begin to crawl. The ancient enemy senses your deep fear. Thick black mist slithers from the hidden corners of your dark room. It coils around you like a venomous snake. The demonic fog does not touch your skin, but chokes your weary mind. It whispers vicious lies into your ears. The darkness hisses that your bitter tears are absolutely useless. It claims that heaven has abandoned you. The enemy says you are destined to be a stepping stone for them. It tells you that your pain will never end. The heavy mist swirls tighter, blocking the tiny window of your room. The gentle sound of rain is completely lost. You press your hands against your ears to block the terrifying voice, but the lies echo loud inside your mind. The shadows mock your pure intentions and your selfless, bleeding heart. They laugh at your pathetic, quiet grief. Your chest tightens with pure panic, gasping for a breath of clean air. The oppressive aura crushes your fragile soul. When the cruel darkness whispers that your pure faith is completely pointless, will you surrender or will you stand firm? You cower on the cold floor, completely overwhelmed by the dark fog. You feel the icy grip of pure despair. The demonic presence tries to convince you that you are entirely worthless. It paints a future filled with endless doom. The glowing tears on your pale face are the only light left in the room. You tremble under the heavy spirit's weight. The ancient enemy wants you to curse your noble and loving heart. It wants your pure devotion to turn to hate. You feel the walls closing in, burying you alive in this dark tomb. The isolation reaches its painful peak. The dark mist projects the cruel and apathetic faces of the crowd. It shows how easily they walked away. Your soul reaches the absolute bottom of the terrifying abyss. You have nothing left to give the selfish world. You let out a final, silent scream of absolute and pure defeat. Your fragile spirit is ready to break. The shadows prepare to consume the very last spark of your fading hope. The silence grows incredibly heavy. You lower your head in total surrender to the crushing, vicious lies. It feels like the tragic end of your long road. But my beloved child, look up now. I have never looked away from you. My sovereign eyes watch over your weary soul. Suddenly, a massive golden ray of light pierces the heavy stone roof. The blazing glory shatters the dark night. The volumetric holy beams strike the demonic fog with brutal force. The wicked shadows burn into white ash. The oppressive cold is instantly replaced by my warm and holy embrace. My divine presence fills your lonely room. I am the Creator who counts every single hair upon your weary head. How could I ever ignore your deep pain? Look closely into the bright golden light descending from the high heaven. A miracle is unfolding right now. An ancient and ornate crystal flask floats gently in the glowing air. It shines with a serene and holy blue light. In my kingdom, the tears of the righteous never fall onto the dirt. I do not let a single drop be lost. The crystal flask moves closer, carefully catching your falling glowing tears. Each drop is a precious and rare pearl. I have collected every silent cry you poured out in the dark midnight. Your quiet sorrow is my sacred trust. My giant optical hands of pure light reach down to your fragile face. I gently wipe the sadness from your eyes. You close your swollen eyes, feeling the absolute peace of my holy touch. The heavy burdens melt away completely. The divine light flows into your veins, chasing out the bitter toxic fear. A surge of new strength awakens your heart. The rough and ragged cloak you wear begins to catch the bright golden glow. Your physical exhaustion is fully healed. Your breathing slows down, finding the quiet rhythm of my eternal grace. You are safe in the center of my hand. The crystal flask is now completely full of your righteous and pure grief. The time of your deep suffering is over. I seal the holy vessel, preparing to transform your bitter, quiet pain. The ultimate divine justice has arrived. I speak a word of absolute power over your broken and tired soul. The healing light repairs your shattered heart. You slowly open your eyes, radiating a pure and majestic bright light. You are no longer the victim of the dark. Your spirit stands up, shedding the heavy weight of the cruel and cold world. The grand restoration begins right now. The dark stone walls of your lonely room violently shatter into fine dust. The ultimate glorious diorama is revealed. The crystal flask tips over, pouring your holy tears upon the dry ground. The sacred water touches the earth below. Instantly, the falling raindrops and your tears crystallize in a flash of light. The massive golden miracle begins. Thousands of hyper-detailed golden roses bloom rapidly across the stone. They emit thick and glowing bright dust motes. The dark and empty room is transformed into a majestic golden field. The sweet fragrance of heaven fills the air. You stand incredibly tall on an elevated pedestal of pure bright gold. You look like a victorious young king. Your worn-out cloak is instantly replaced by pristine and pure white silk robes. Intricate gold threads weave through the cloth. A subtle and radiant halo crown of light hovers gently above your head. Your face is absolutely flawless now. What you endured in the secret dark, I now reward you in the bright light. Your public blessing is finally here. The The apathetic crowds from the lower sections are bathed in the golden glow. They stop and look up at your high place. The people who ignored your deep pain now stare with absolute pure awe. Their mouths drop open in extreme shock. They witness the massive glory I have poured upon your devoted soul. They see the undeniable and pure truth. The wealth, the deep peace, and the radiant success wrap around you completely. You have conquered the brutal testing fire. When heaven publicly honors the one they deeply despised, what can the wicked world do but bow in awe? You look down at the golden roses, knowing they grew from your bitter pain. Every tear brought a massive reward. You will never have to cry, alone in the terrifying cold night again. The ancient shadows are forever gone. The masses bow in deep respect before the undeniable holy grace. They recognize the favor upon your life. From this glorious day forward, your tears will only flow from extreme joy. The sorrow is permanently erased. Your pure and righteous heart has passed the absolute and brutal final test. The vast spiritual kingdom celebrates you. Walk proudly in the bright sunshine, knowing I am guiding every single step. Your grand destiny is fully secure. Let the golden roses remind you that your sacrifices are deeply loved. Your silent devotion conquered the dark. The majestic diorama shines with the eternal light of my holy truth. You are forever cherished and greatly blessed. When my glorious blessing descends, hidden enemies will rise in envy to block your path. But I am always one step ahead, shielding your soul. Do you trust my timing? Tell me below. If this message brought you comfort, please like this video, share it, and subscribe for more blessings.